The bass drum thumps, lights slice through the darkness. Lasers paint fleeting patterns on smiling faces. 1,000 bodies sway together. This is the heart of modern rave culture, a place for intense communal experience. Many seek a heightened sense of connection here. What fuels this search for unity? For some, it is the music alone. The relentless beat creates a trance. For others, the experience is amplified. Substances can play a role. One substance became particularly famous. It promised empathy and euphoria. It was known by many names. Most famously, it was called Ecstasy. But this simple pill has a complex past. Its story is long and winding. This is the story of Ecstasy. Our story begins in Germany. The year was 1912. The city was Darmstadt. Here stood the Merck Pharmaceutical Company. It was a place of scientific exploration. Chemists worked to find new medicines. They experimented with complex compounds. Their goals were often very specific. They sought cures for human ailments. The lead chemist on this project was Anton Kalisch. During this research, Kalisch synthesized a new molecule. It was called methylene-dioxymethamphetamine, or MDMA for short. This compound was patented by Merck, but it was not the blood-clotting agent they sought. Its unique effects on the human mind were unknown. This accidental creation would eventually change the world. Decades passed. MDMA remained obscure. Then in the 1970s it resurfaced. This was thanks to Alexander Shulgin. He was a brilliant chemist and pharmacologist. Shulgin resynthesized MDMA in 1976. He tested it on himself. He found its effects remarkable. It produced a state of emotional openness. It fostered empathy and self-acceptance. Shulgin recognized its potential value. He thought it could help in psychotherapy. He shared his findings with a small circle. One key figure was Leo Zeff. Zeff began using MDMA in his underground therapy sessions. They found it very effective with their patients. It facilitated deep communication. For a time, it was a secret weapon for a select group of therapists. The secret of Adam could not last. Word began to spread beyond therapy circles. Some patients shared their profound experiences. The unique effects of MDMA were too compelling. They started to attract wider interest. This was the early 1980s. A new chapter for MDMA was beginning. It was moving from the couch to the wider world. Its first steps into recreational use were tentative. It appeared in certain niche communities. In the United States, Dallas, Texas was an early hotspot. It was sold there under the name Adam. Then came a crucial marketing shift. The name Ecstasy was coined. This new branding helped propel the drug into nightlife. Ecstasy soon crossed the Atlantic. The journey from therapy to mass recreation was complete. Section 5. The Global Crackdown and the Rise of Dutch Labs. The rise of Ecstasy did not go unnoticed. Media coverage in the United States grew. Reports focused on its use at parties. Concerns about its safety emerged. This was the mid-1980s. The war on drugs was in full swing. MDMA quickly became a target for authorities. In 1985, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, acted. MDMA was placed in Schedule 1. This decision was controversial. Many therapists and researchers protested. The U.S. ban had global repercussions. Many other countries followed America's lead. However, demand did not simply vanish. The rave culture was spreading. This is where the Netherlands entered the picture in a big way. Dutch producers began to dominate the European market. They soon supplied much of the world's ecstasy. Section 6. Dutch Dynamics, Production Prowess, and Pill Safety. The Netherlands became a hub for MDMA. Why this small nation? Its history played a part. It has long been a center for trade. It also has a legacy of chemical innovation. The required precursor chemicals were accessible. Skilled individuals knew how to synthesize MDMA. Clandestine laboratories sprang up. Dutch ecstasy pills gained a reputation. They were known for quality and potency. This brought both profits and problems to the country. A unique Dutch response emerged. Authorities knew people were using ecstasy, so harm reduction became a focus. Pill testing services were established. This approach was controversial, but proponents argued it saved lives. The Dutch were navigating a complex path. Section 7. The Shadows of the Scene. Crime, Potency, and Pixels. The lucrative ecstasy trade attracted dangers. Organized crime groups saw an opportunity. They moved in to control production and distribution. This brought violence and intimidation. Rival gangs clashed over territory and profits. The illegal nature of the business fueled this dark side. Another serious issue arose from the illicit labs. The chemical waste products were a problem. Producers often dumped these hazardous materials. They polluted the countryside. Cleaning up these dump sites was costly. The hidden costs of illegal drug production were significant for Dutch society. The nature of ecstasy pills also evolved. Over time, the average MDMA dosage per pill increased. The internet opened new avenues. This digital shift presented new challenges. Section 8. A glimmer of hope. MDMA's return to medicine. Despite its illicit status, interest in MDMA's therapeutic potential never fully died. Decades after the crackdown, research slowly re-emerged. A new generation of scientists began to explore its effects. They focused on conditions that were hard to treat. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, became a key area of study. Many veterans and trauma survivors struggled with PTSD. Existing treatments were often inadequate. Organizations like MAPS played a vital role. MAPS is the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies. It was founded by Rick Doblin. MAPS funded and coordinated rigorous scientific research. Their goal was to get MDMA approved as a prescription medicine. The results from clinical trials were very promising. Many PTSD patients experienced dramatic improvements. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, took notice. MDMA might soon return to the therapist's toolkit. Section 9. The Dutch Crossroads debating MDMA's future. The Netherlands remains a significant player. It is still a major producer of illicit MDMA. The country continues to grapple with organized crime. Drug-related violence and waste dumping persist. These issues put pressure on Dutch society. The current approach of prohibition is clearly not a perfect solution. This has sparked a renewed debate within the country. How should they deal with MDMA in the 21st century? A growing chorus of voices calls for change. Some politicians, academics, and public figures advocate for regulation. They argue that legalizing and regulating MDMA could be beneficial. It could allow for quality control. This would make the drug safer for users. It could undermine the power of criminal organizations by taking the trade out of their hands. The debate is complex and multifaceted. The future of MDMA is uncertain.